And that is what I like to see. Wow, what a fun little day today. I mean, we were trading a little bit of everything, but also we were calm and focused. And then I'll talk about this in the charts, but I say, tag, we were tight and aggressive. When we saw the right setup, we were waiting, and then we pounced on it. If I wasn't comfortable with a certain setup, like I wasn't 100% in terms of, that's my go-to, that's my bread and butter setup, I would just cut my position size in half, and that was my risk management. But I didn't want to hesitate, because hesitating for a good entry will mess you up, and then you'll end up, taking a worse trade. And actually, that happened to me on my second trade. So this one, we had a big pullback. Boop, the price looked at my limit order at 204 and then reversed. I would have been a perfect entry. It bounced up like 9%, would have took my profits, and then it continued pulling back. So I actually ended up buying that pullback, which kept on pulling back more, and then I got faked out. I kind of just got scratched. I ended that one with a small loss, which wasn't that bad, but that was a full position size. It could have been really green, because that stock ran 20% right after I got out. So a little bit painful, but still a really nice green day. Just a little bit, the open was so shaky. TOS was lagging all over the place. So we got some really fun tickers to review with you guys today. We got some nice entries and exits, and we also used our margin account for the first time today. Basically, when I'm done trading the Gap and Go challenge account, because I have no more buying power available, I will be switching to my margin account. Unfortunately, that one, I only put $3,000 in, and I already used 2 of the trades today. So that account technically is under the pattern day trade rule. Actually, not technically, it is under the pattern day trade rule. So I technically only have 1 trade left, or not technically, I only have 1 trade left. So I probably will be funding that one over $25,000. But I'm not going to be touching the challenge account. That one we're still going to be growing. We're still going to be figuring out the best way to grow a small account, because I am sure we'll hit $25,000. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't think it's going to take forever. I think we just had a slow month last month. And yeah, I mean, once we get to, let's say, $10,000, we'll be using bigger position sizes, and then the ball will be rolling a little bit faster. So it's really just the beginning phase that's a little bit slow. I know we will complete it. It's just a question of when. And since we're streaming a little bit longer, and there's a little bit of opportunity cost involved for me, I decided, well, we should actually start trading, this extra hour and a half that I'm online. Plus, I think, I'll say this later as well, but when I'm trading, it's like a game of poker. I'm more tuned into what the market's doing. And I think that's actually even more valuable for you guys, so I don't start, talking about random topics. Also, very quickly, just so I don't forget, near the end of this video, I go to the TradeJournal.co store and just show you what's been going on. I forgot to say, leave a comment below or in the stream if you have a shirt idea. If I end up going to use it, I will make sure you get a free shirt. Otherwise, definitely check out the store. We just added 2 more things. One suggestion from Heiko, and the other one just an idea that I had. So just keep that in mind. I don't have any time frames for when I'm going to get these added, but I will get them added. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. All right, guys, let's go to the charts. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to leave a like. I really appreciate all of them. We hit an all-time high likes today, 125 likes on the stream today. It was huge. If you are totally new here, what is the stream? We go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. to review the watch list and then trade the market open. So definitely consider subscribing. I would love to see you there. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and you'll be well on your way to learning more about trading. Let's dive into the charts now. You guys, welcome back. Wow, there's just so much going on today. I'm about to fall off I'm not sitting on a chair, but if I was sitting on a chair, I would have fell off multiple times already. Very quickly, you guys will see that I'm in my margin account. I threw $3,000 into this account thinking, okay, we'll have some extra trades. Just, in case we start streaming a little bit later, I'm just not standing around. And, it's like a game of poker with your friends. No one pays attention unless you put, some money on the table. That's kind of how I felt. Like sometimes I would start rambling about random stuff because I wasn't as focused on the charts anymore. So, but I'm realizing, I already did 2 trades today on my margin account, and we're already, technically we could only make 1 more trade because this account technically would be under the pattern day trader rule. So I might just put, 25K into this account and then trade the challenge like everything has not changed. But after I'm out of trades on the challenge account, then I'm going to switch over to this account. That way, if I'm staying around, several hours or 3 hours looking at the market, I'm able to utilize my time a little bit better because there's a huge opportunity cost. When I end the streams early, I'm usually doing something else. Sometimes I'll be working, I'm backed up on emails, responding to comments, although I take care of that pretty good. Working on TradeJournal, working with my brother, working with clients. So there's like tons of stuff I can do. So I was thinking like, okay, well, it would be good if I can, focus a bit more on trading as well. Not to mention, I think it's good for you guys because I'll be more in tune with the market and I won't ramble too much. So I think that's good. I think it's a win-win for everybody. For now, I have one trade left. Probably won't use it today. Let's quickly talk about this. This is not going to be part of the small account challenge. This $40, additional $40 that I just made will not be included in the $25,000 challenge. It is no longer that account. Let's just talk about it though quickly. I was looking for a breakout here with Chris, which was our lead gapper. And it was performing quite nice. I'll talk about it a little bit more in a second, but just, wrapping up here, we had a nice little breakout pullback from $3, which, multi-month support and resistance zone in this area. We had many tops, many bottoms, so I just drew out some lines. We broke above this one at 290, pulled back. I actually got a really nice entry here at about 3. Was waiting for this move. This was like a 10% move just about. Yeah, exactly 10% move. I unfortunately got out right before it happened because we had that additional pullback and I was like, oh, don't want to be part of this. This is, not working. And I sold. It was so annoying. I took like a 3% loss or something when it should have been a 10% profit. So I was kind of kicking myself because that was the first trade, after the deposit, and I was like negative. I was like negative $25 or something. And then the second setup came up and I was like, am I chasing right now? Am I doing revenge trading? And then I took a step back and I thoroughly thought about it. And I was like, no, I'm not. The 9-minute EMA is perfectly coming in here nice and tight. We're having a breakout. CRIS is one of our lead gappers on a day. $300 million volume. Wednesdays tend to perform fairly hot. Yesterday was a hot day. Today looks like it's going to be a hot day. Maybe tomorrow's going to be a hot day as well. I don't know. And there's huge volume. So I don't think that this is an emotional trade. I took a step back though, and I analyzed it. And then I went long at this one. This one worked out great. We got 20 cents a share. I tried to get out here near the top. Could have, I definitely left some money on the table, which is, you always kick yourself in the butt when you leave money on the table. But all in all, it was a nice 7% trade. So I'm not too upset. Pretty nice, score here. But yeah, I basically got out here at 35 when it ran up all the way to 59. That's, I definitely left like 7-8% on the table. But it's not about getting perfect entries, not about getting perfect exits. We talked about that today on the stream, and you guys know this. It's pretty straightforward. It's about getting the meat of the move. It's about getting, if it's like a 10% move, if you can walk away with half of that, if you can walk away with 5% profit, that is really, really nice. If you're looking for those perfect entries and you're looking for those perfect exits, you're going to start tripping over yourself. You're going to miss the exit. You're going to miss the entry because you're going to be 1 cent off. It happens to me all the time. So just keep that in mind. Okay, let's move on here and flip back to the cash account, which had a pretty good day today. Given the fact that we're trading with small position size. We had 5 trades today. We had, I think, 3 $500 trades and 2 $1,000 trades. I think that's what it was. Wait. It was 2 $500 trades, like 1 $700 trade, and then like, I don't know, 2 $1,000 trades roughly. We walked away without $81, which is not bad. That's like over 10% based on our average position size. So it was pretty good technically. If we were trading with $1,000, $10,000 position sizes, this would have been, a $1,000 day. So not bad. Actually, it would have been a probably bigger day because I probably would have took a few more trades. So let's scroll back here pre-market and check out CRIS. What is going on with this crazy stock? What's going on with my charts? And let's just review it for a second. And let me just take a sip of tea before my throat just decides to leave my body. All right, so CRIS, 130% pre-market gapper, 31 million float, US biotech with FDA clearance on potential cancer antibodies. That sounds like pretty big news. I was a little bit cautious though, because it was gapping. I was pulling back over 30%. And you guys always know what I say. I don't like stocks that pull back more than 30% pre-market. That's usually a big sign of weakness. If it like kisses 30%, it's like 29%, I let it slide. But, you know, if you're going to 35, 40% tile, you know, you might as well just delete the stock from your watch list. My honest opinion, unless you're dip buying or something else, that's different as well. CRIS out of the gates, you know, I got kind of a nice little dip buy here. It was unfortunate. And this one, I had a limit order at 204. Looked at my order, bounced like 8% up. You know, I could have took that profit right there. Unfortunately, I didn't get it. And then I eventually, every time this happens to me, every time I miss a trade, I end up, you know, getting a worse entry at 206, and it keeps pulling back here. And then I missed this whole run up here. This could have been like a 10, 18, 20% profit. Had a nice flag pattern here and then broke up higher. This was so perfect. I could have like cried. Let me go back to the market open. Where am I at? Come on. Okay. So, I was watching this area. I didn't feel confident buying here. I've been having bad luck with VWAP breakout pullbacks, which is this. This is VWAP right here, this purple line. We have the breakout. That's the green candle. We have the red pullback. I don't have good luck with the VWAP breakout pullbacks. I just don't. I don't know why, but it's been, you know, I've been tripping over myself ridiculously. We did see this nice big green candle, and I was like, boom, 2.4 major support resistance. You guys can see it here on the daily chart, bottom right. This has power. This was a lead gapper. Let's really watch this one. And that's what I did. This thing pulled back right here, and I was like, boom, this is no time to sit on my fingers. We want to be a tag player. We want to be tight and aggressive. Think that's a poker term, tight and aggressive. Those tend to be the best poker players because they wait. They see an opportunity and boom, they pounce on it. They're not just, you know, being loose and throwing away their money all day. Oh, I'll try this. Oh, maybe I'll win on the flop. Maybe I'll, you know, win on the turn or the river. No. They're being tight, they're waiting, and they're being aggressive when they see a good setup. So that's what we did here. I saw that 1 minute pullback, and blam, dang, I jumped in on it, and then this thing ran up 19%. I didn't get the best exit, but this was a beautiful trade. I made about like 11 or 12% off of it. It would have showed a much more profit here, but this was one of my half position sizes. I used half a position size because this is not my bread and butter pattern. So I decided to ease off the gas, not on the entry, but on the overall position size because I like to mitigate my risk by reducing position size. So this ran up really nice. We only made like 57 or 58 bucks on it. So it wasn't crazy dollar amount, but percentage wise, it was like 11, 12% trade. This was pretty sweet. So we talked about CRIS. Let's go quickly to PTW. This was actually the first stock on our ticker, DPW. This is what a lot of people are watching. I was just about to, I have the chart actually over here. So I'm like watching DPW and I was like, wait, why don't I just pull over the chart? DPW. First, I have to learn how to spell. My God, sorry guys. I don't know why this is not popping up here. DPW. Okay, here we go. So pre-market, we actually had a little bit of a trade here. And you know, somebody was asking in the chat room today, like, what is the gap and go challenge? What are you just buying gappers? Well, yes and no. We're looking for stocks gapping up pre-market, ideally over 40%, with a low float. This one, DPW, had a decent low float, 4.8 million. That's actually pretty nice. I'm always looking for stocks under south of 10 million float. It was a U.S. electrical equipment company, 3.2 million in purchase orders, gapping up 170% when I first looked at it. And then actually before the market opened, this thing was at 258%. This is huge. I missed most of this because I was looking at CRIS like we were just talking about. But, you know, I noticed that here we're having a nice little flag pattern, although this is a pretty choppy flag pattern. I bought it here on the 9-minute EMA. We popped up and I took my profits quickly. This was $56 profit on that trade alone. Again, I only used $500 on this one, so it would have, could have, should have, would have been, you know, over $100 because this was a nice 11% gainer. So, you know, today we got some really nice trades. Today is actually a huge green day. Percentage wise, but just because we're using small position sizes, it doesn't even feel like that green of a day. Like if you were out there using $10,000, $20,000 position sizes and you made like a 2% trade, you'd be like, Alex, I made more money than you today. But yeah, true. But that's the whole point of the small account challenge. Can we grow account from $4,000 to $25,000? I think yes, but I also think it's just going to take a little bit of time. Okay, so we have the gap, right? We have a catalyst. It's a fast rate of change. Everything's fitting our criteria. We have big support and resistance at 4.5. This thing, DPW, has a bit of a red to green move, pulls back here, and then blam, just shoots up 45%. What? I totally missed this move, 100%. Like in hindsight, it's predictable. Like it's like, oh wow, I could have. I mean, that's so obvious. But at the time, you know, it was already gapping up 240%. Like there's just like, is that, you know, 3.2 million purchase order? Is that really that big? I mean, the market cap on DPW is 25 million. So technically, I mean, this is like a 10% purchase order based on the company size. So yes, it is big news. But I don't know, it's tough to say. Sometimes, you know, they pull back and nothing happens. So how would we have traded this one? We have one right here. This would have been probably the time to trade it. Again, I wasn't really watching this one, but here at 5.10 or $5.10, roughly 5.05, we have a nice breakout here. This is an open range breakout potential, and we have a quick, I mean, this candle pulled back just slightly here from like $5 to $4.95. That would have been a really aggressive entry, but it would have been the right entry because you're trading that open range breakout. So boom, here, that's a 15% move. You could even try to trade this 1 minute pullback. There's no way I probably would have done that. And then, you know, 27% total. So just like that, 27%. I mean, huge potential. I'm getting excited. Yeah, just crazy stuff. DPW did not really do that hot afterwards. I mean, it's kind of kissing this 4.5 zone. I'm pretty nervous that it's going to break below 413, and I don't know, we might just never hear of it again. Or not. I don't know. It's really tough to say. But what I look for if I do want to maybe swing trade or do want to maybe hold overnight, or if I do think maybe there's potential, you know, is it holding its highs? And so far it is holding its highs. And if it starts trending back above VWAP, it could be an interesting thing for an overnight trade. You know, DPW does, it is kind of following that macro news, just like DGLY, that, you know, the whole macro news of protests and the whole news about, you know, security cameras, communication equipment. So if it has, you know, it's in that niche, and then it also has micro news. So it has the overall macro news of the general economy, the market, society, and then it also has micro news, the company, you know, is doing something. Those are kind of interesting stocks to maybe hold overnight. But again, it's not an exact science. It's tough. Let's quickly see here. Did I review all the trades? We talked about DPW. We talked about Chris. We did not talk about IMRN. IMRN. Yes, this one. This was actually really ridiculous. Good thing I cut my losses, though. Let's just say that. So IMRN gets halted, and oftentimes we'll see nice continuations from halts. This time we didn't. We had a quick pullback here. I wanted to enter on the pullback. I got way too aggressive on the 84, and then we pulled back like another 6%. And I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And this is really annoying because this trade, I used like the $700-800 position size. So I was much more aggressive on this trade. $750 is roughly what I used on this one, which, you know, I should have used my half position size. Anyway, you know, there was a nice bounce here, 9%. That is what I wanted. I don't know why I bought so high up here and I didn't buy the support line. It was, you know, I just came out of another trade with CRIS, and I think I was just like all over the place, and I should have, you know, took a step back. You know, we started this video off with me saying, taking a step back and thinking what I should do. You know, is this working? Is this doing it? You know, what's the 5-minute chart saying? And I did not do that with IMRN, and that was my mistake. This should have never happened. This should have been a winner. This should have been like at least 3, 4, 5% profit. This was a 9% move, 8% move. I should have walked away with at least 30% of that. So 2.4% or something like that. But I didn't. So shame on me for, you know, totally having FOMO or whatever. I just got eager. I was an eager beaver and I got punished for it. I got to say though, what I did do right is I cut my losses. Obviously not at the best time because it runs up and I actually would have been profitable on this trade for like a split second. But the point is I didn't hold, and then, you know, I didn't take like a 20% loss. And that's the most important part about day trading. If you're not good, or if you're just in a rough patch like I am lately, I've been in a rough patch, if you just cut your losses a lot, and you mitigate risk, eventually you will be profitable. Eventually you're gonna have a green streak. Eventually it's gonna click. So if you can just make sure you don't have any big losses, you mitigate risk, you will be a profitable trader. I guarantee you that. Yeah, it's good stuff. Let's probably wrap up here. There is actually one thing I want to show you guys very quickly here, and I think you guys might find this kind of cool. So you know, we have a trading store, a TradeJournal.co, in the beginning .store, or if you just go to TradeJournal.co, it's going to be in your account. Basically, just go back to trading, although you're not actually trading, you're documenting trades on TradeJournal.co. And if you just go here, you can type in, you can go here to account. No, that's not true. You go to store, and you click on store, you'll go over here, and then you can check out some trading gear. I gotta say, I'm not wearing it, but there's this, if you guys like sweaters, I don't want to pitch too much here, but I'm not gonna lie, some of this stuff is much cooler than I actually originally thought it would be. I'm wearing this sweater almost on a daily, this maroon one. I don't know if you guys like maroon, but this is a really sweet sweater. I like it. Heiko really wanted me to make this shirt. So if you guys are interested in like certain shirt ideas, let me know, leave a comment below. I actually got a few ideas from you guys that I'm going to be adding pretty soon here. And you know, I made this ticker. So Heiko was trading AFGS, I think it was, like an animal. Heiko was just wouldn't stop trading AFGS. He was shorting it like crazy, and he was doing really well on it. I think it's AFGS. I forgot. AFGS. So you can change the ticker. Like today, we are trading, you know, DPW or CRIS. You get the point. So yeah, and then you could change the color if you want. I don't know, maybe if you had a red day, that's kind of painful. Whatever, let's just make it standard green, although maybe a brighter green. Oh, I don't know if that looks good. Okay, well, you get the point. So you can add the color, and then, you know, you can, it doesn't update here. It's actually updating right now in the back end, and then it adds it to your cart. So if you view your cart, you're gonna see that ticker actually update. Which I find kind of cool. This was a little bit eye-opener to me that this was possible. So I'm pretty cool. I was pretty happy with our partners that got this all figured out. So yeah, here you can see it. I made AFGS my, so I don't know what you want to call it, a female dog or something like that. I don't know, my pet. Anyway, we also have one more shirt that came in pretty recently. And I don't know if you guys are like into the gym and stuff. It's, you know, good healthy routines. But you know, here's a little thing about, you know, trading. Do you even journal? I think it's all right. I'm getting a little weird right now, but I got a good chuckle out of it. Anyway, guys, that's the store. I just wanted to share it here, just in case you have, you know, you've never seen it. But it's pretty brand new, and it's kind of fun sharing it with you guys. A lot of ideas coming in with the shirt ideas. I got some people definitely going to have some free shirts, but for now, just let me know if you have any ideas. And till then, I think that's everything I want to talk about. So guys, like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades. I will see you guys first thing tomorrow morning at 9:15. Don't forget to drop a like, guys. And if you're new here, remember to subscribe. We go live every morning at 9:15. We review the watch list. We trade the market open. The community is amazing. So much to learn. So I would love to see you there. Do it. You won't regret it. Till tomorrow, guys. Ciao.